Good Friday morning, everyone. Schuyler Callihan here with another episode of Between the Ears on Mountaineers Now. Make sure you hit that subscribe button here on our YouTube channel and then go over and follow us on X at the same handle, Mountaineers Now. West Virginia revealed a new set of uniforms once again on Thursday evening, and that is the Coal Rush uniforms. This is something that we've been kind of speculating for several months, but really going back to probably the early Dana Holgorsen days. We felt like this was going to happen at some point, especially not too long after they debuted the kind of the original Coal Rush uniforms, which were the all white uniforms with the coal looking type helmet. If you remember, they wore against Pitt in the backyard brawl. I believe it was 2010, and then they wore it in the Champs Sports Bowl against NC State. That was a major hit back then. Looking back on it, the uniforms probably aren't as sharp as the ones that they have out now today, but for its time was pretty sweet. And ever since then, I think everyone's been kind of waiting for WVU to drop a black set of uniforms. And a lot of folks didn't think it would ever happen. I kind of got to the point where I thought it was never going to happen. But with Ren Baker, the AD, sitting in the AD's chair now, as soon as he took the job and I started to understand kind of how Ren works, and when he brought the black uniforms back in basketball, I just knew it was a matter of time before we'd see it on the football field as well. And I've got to say, these uniforms, they're pretty sweet. Initially, I didn't really care for them, to be honest with you. It just kind of seemed a little, I don't know. When you expect something for so many years to happen, I think you just get this really high expectation. You think it's going to be knocked out of the park. And at first, I was just kind of like, it's just like your normal black uniform. It's nothing we've really seen. And then I started looking more at the details of it this morning. And I really love it. I do. I think it's going to look great on the field. It's just all the different things that reflect a coal miner. You know, all the stripes of the reflective things that they wear down in the mines. Obviously, the white kind of stripe in the middle of the helmet, acting as the flashlight, so to speak. There's just a lot of really cool parts that they integrated in this uniform, and I it's really grown on me. And I think what's really grown on me even more is the fact that you can play this in a night, use these uniforms in a night game. And we've seen how many, it's kind of like this running joke on Twitter right now because it's been talked about for years and it's almost like a copy paste. People just post it. But I mean, it's true. How crazy would it be, or how cool and how much chills you would get from playing in a night game in Morgantown. They just played the entrance video for WVU, and all of a sudden, lights go out. You hear the elevator bell ring, and then West Virginia comes out with these black uniforms carrying some lights. That would be sick. It would be really, really sweet. And maybe I've always said, and I actually brought this up to Big Daddy earlier in the year, Big Daddy Mariner, when they played Pitt in the backyard brawl, because I thought it was coming. I thought they would be bringing the bell with, like a boxing match for the backyard brawl when that game got started. So maybe that's something they do next year, and they wear these for the backyard brawl too. I know the rumor right now is that they're going to wear these in the season opener against Penn State. Personally, I don't know if I'm all for that. I think going with the traditional look, the blue gold is probably the best way to go. Heck, I'd even go with the all blue, to be honest. I think you go traditional against Penn State. You save these uniforms for maybe a big time Big 12 game. I don't know who it would be, but I think you don't want to get rid of that tradition, that classic feeling of playing Penn State, and you look out there and you see an all black uniform against the all white and dabbles of blue that Penn State will have. This is the first time in how many years that West Virginia is hosting Penn State. Don't do it with the All Blacks. I mean, it's really, really sweet. Don't get me wrong. But let's go with the traditional look, the blue gold for Penn State, and use the all black Cole Rush uniform for a big time Big 12 game. I don't think I'm asking for that much here. And I think a lot of the fans would probably agree with that. So um, let me know what you guys think in the comment section. I know this was kind of a short episode today, but I wanted to get my opinions on this. I do want to throw one more thing out there, though. Thank goodness that there is no gray uniform in this rotation. I was never a fan of the gray uniforms. It was just very blah. And I was kind of honestly not even really for the black uniform. I had been for years. I've been wanting the black uniform for years. The last couple years, I'm like, yeah, they don't ever bring them in, it's not that big of a deal. But these are sweet, and I think these are something you can kind of keep around. It's a nod to the coal mining industry, to all the hardworking people in the state. I love the fact that they pretty much made it known and clear that hey, this is to honor the coal miners. The gray uniforms, it was too vanilla for me. Um, Everybody's doing gray uniforms, everybody's doing black uniforms, but if you do it to honor something and it has a special meaning, then I think there's no issue with that at all. And I love these uniforms 1,000 times over the gray uniforms. Ren Baker, if you're listening, don't bring back the gray uniforms, please. They look awful. By the time the third quarter rolls around, we've got Garrett Green sweating and it's starting to turn like a charcoaly look. You can see sweat stains all over. It's almost kind of like the Fanatics, or not Fanatics, whoever. Yeah, Fanatics, the new MLB uniforms where you can see right through it. And, some of those guys, the big guys particularly, probably don't want to see them profusely sweating. So don't go back to the grays. Keep these ones in the mix. So let me know what you guys think about these new Cole Rush uniforms in the YouTube comments section. And while you're there, hit that subscribe button, give us a like, and a follow on X at the same handle at Mountaineers. Now, I'm Schuyler Callihan. Make sure you come back with us here on Monday morning for another episode. Until then, enjoy the weekend and take care.